Yesterday's an homage to the music of the Beatles. At the centre of this exuberant film is Jack Malik, Himesh Patel, the son of Pakistani migrants. He's a former teacher who now stacks shelves part-time at a wholesale warehouse to indulge his part-time musical career with his manager Ellie, Lily James, who totally believes in him. Returning from an unrewarding gig, he's determined to give it all up when there's a cosmic disturbance where all of the power in the world goes out for 12 seconds. In the darkness, riding on his bike, Jack is hit by a bus and he wakes up to a world where no one knows the music of the Beatles. He can't believe it at first. And then when people respond to his singing of their songs, like Yesterday, he starts to make a name for himself.
When did you write that?
I didn't write it. Paul McCartney wrote it, the Beatles.
Who?
Which makes Ed Sheeran, who appears as himself, approach him as an intro act. And what a good sport this amazingly successful musician was to do this role, describing himself as Salieri to Mozart. Jack's career leads him to America under an agent, Kate McKinnon, one of the film's most entertaining characters. But all this comes at a cost to Jack's relationship with Ellie and his own conscience. Written by Richard Curtis, known for his romantic films Notting Hill and Love Actually, the film's been lambasted by Beatles purists, but Himesh Patel is an extremely likeable performer, and the film is very enjoyable, if not quite always believable. But hey, who believes in cosmic disturbances that obliterate not just the Beatles, but other iconic brands? It's a feel-good film, this one, and I have actually no qualms about liking it.
And nor do I. I enjoyed this enormously, even though it's a rather ramshackle rom-com in many ways with, as you suggest, a couple of major flaws at the centre. I mean, here's this wonderfully attractive woman around him from the start, and he takes absolutely no notice of her, which is really rather peculiar. And we know as viewers that this is going to come together, and we have to wait a long time for it. Also, the significance of the Beatles' music is never kind of really articulated, why it really matters that the Beatles have such significance. That sort of irritated me ever so slightly. But it doesn't matter. The singing's fabulous. He's a really good performer.
Isn't
really
he likeable?
He's totally
so
likeable,
nice.
and he sings really well. And the comic performances, the cameos are all terrific.
I thought Kate McKinnon as that agent was
She's
divine.
very good. Well, she was slightly out of kilter with the naturalistic style of the rest of it, but it didn't matter. I mean, we just suspended disbelief.
Like the Brits versus the Americans, and I thought it was a really great contrast. I thought she was very funny.
She's very funny, and the parents are terrific. His parents are very funny figures as well. Again, slightly over the top, but wonderful. Who cares? I enjoyed it. But I've read some extraordinarily bitter pieces about this.
I don't know, but you know how people hug really stuff to themselves and can't bear anybody touching it? I think that's
the
Beatles
part of it.
music.
It's not just the Beatles. I read pieces that were just all about the reviewers, the critics. This is one of those films that, allows critics to sort of wax very widely and really tell us absolutely nothing about the film and how enjoyable it is.
Well, we're telling everybody how enjoyable it is, and I'm giving it 4 stars.
I'm giving it 4 as well, and this is totally enjoyable, everybody. Go and see it.
It's going to be the greatest album of all time.
I've got 2 men who claim that the songs are theirs. Let's see how this plays out, shall we?
That's something you should know.
Please make some noise for Mr. Jack Malik.
Let me just give you this advice. Song title, Hey Dude.
Hey Dude, are you sure?
Hey, dude.
It's so much better.
Dude it.